Yes guys, what's happening? So in today's video, I'm gonna talk to you about how to create the perfect morning routine and some tips to get you started. Before we get started on the video itself, I just wanna give a quick shout out to the media bros who are currently editing my videos. Without them, I probably wouldn't be able to get this project off the ground, so give them a follow. And if you like this channel, please give it a like and subscribe and stay in touch with the content that will be coming your way. I'm gonna be doing a weekly video now from now on. So before we get into the nitty-gritty things about why a morning routine is important, I wanna paint a little picture in your head. Are you this type of person? The likelihood is before lockdown, you're working in an office. Now, let's say you start work at 9 a.m. The likelihood is you might have rolled out of bed at 7:45, 8 a.m. You've had a quick shower. You might not have even had a breakfast. You probably had a snack bar, a cereal bar, or potentially nothing at all. You've gotten on the train, it's rush hour, there's people everywhere, it's quite a high stressful environment. You roll up at work at maybe 5 to 9, you sit down at your desk, you log onto your computer, and before you know it, you have surrendered your time to the outside world. From the time you've woken up to the time you begun work, it's probably been less than an hour. You've hardly had a chance to process your thoughts, your emotions. You've had no time for you whatsoever. Over the course of the weeks and months, anxiety is going to fester. The likelihood is your mindset's all over the place, and this is ultimately why a lot of people go into downward spirals in life. It's because too much of the time we're sacrificing our time for everyone else. We don't have a chance to bring that energy in. We're always expending energy out. So part of a morning routine is essential, not just to ground you, but to improve your emotional health, your well-being, and genuinely just set you up for the day. If you look at the most successful people in the world, we're talking about entrepreneurs to professional athletes, the likelihood is they have some form of routine every single morning that they begin with to start off their day. Before you give time to anyone else, it's important to allocate the first half an hour or an hour of your day to yourself, okay? That is a non-negotiable, and I'm gonna give you some tips as to how you can now start your morning routine. So again, guys, just to recap, morning routine, very important, not just for our mental health, but for our emotional well-being as well. A lot of the time, we're always thinking about everything and anyone else that we forget to draw that energy back into ourselves. The more time we can allocate for us, okay, in our minds, the more efficient we're gonna be, the higher we're gonna operate, and again, the more we're just gonna improve our mental wealth, which is the most important thing, okay, for longevity in our lives. So by waking up, by allocating that first 30 to 60 minutes in the morning for you, before you then surrender your time to anyone else, you're just gonna set yourself up for success. So here are my top 5 tips to get you in the right frame of mind and to achieve consistency with your morning routine. Okay guys, so tip number 1 is to make sure you are sleeping at the same time every single night. The likelihood is that if you sleep at the same time every single night, you're gonna be able to wake up with ease, fresh and ready to go. If your sleep is off, you're gonna feel groggy, you're gonna feel unmotivated, and you're gonna hit the snooze button, and we don't want that, which is something I'm gonna talk about later on anyway. But by having the same sleep time and same wake up time, you're gonna be performing at your most efficient because your circadian rhythm will be functioning at a very high level as well. We won't go into too much detail about that, but essentially what a circadian rhythm is, it's an internal clock within the body that operates roughly every 24 hours. So if you're sleeping and waking up at the same time every single day, or at least as close to as possible, you're just going to be operating very efficiently because you kind of know when you need to sleep, you'll naturally know when you need to wake up, and you're going to have those levels of energy performing and operating consistently throughout the day. You won't feel slumpy one day, you won't feel like, off, you'll just be consistent, which is what we want. Efficiency is key. Just get the phone off in the evening, which leads me to my second point. Tip number 2 is no technology 30 to 60 minutes before you sleep and after you wake up. Now, technology is amazing for so many things, all right? Social, our work, everything nowadays. However, it's killing the vibe when it comes to sleeping and making sure that we need to wind down, and also our productivity in the mornings, which is why I think having a media ban is one of the easiest things you can do to ensure that you are waking up and you are focusing on what you really need to focus on. And on the flip side, it means you're gonna be able to wind down and get that good quality sleep that you need, rather than just like you're on the phone in the evening, you're watching Netflix, all right? It's just a waste of time. It's unnecessary hours spent on things that you do not need. So my second tip is no technology, media ban, 30 to 60 minutes before you sleep and after you wake up. Some of the things I like to do is switch my phone on airplane mode before I sleep, and I'm gonna leave that off until I have meditated, I've had my water, I've done my journaling, I've done everything I need to do, and then I surrender myself to the outside world. As soon as the phone goes on, that's it, we're done, we're on, we're switched on, we invite people in, okay? But we don't want to invite them in until we've looked after ourselves first. So, very simple, no media, no technology, keep it off just before you go to bed and after you wake up, okay? Get your shit done first and then you're ready to go. Right, tip number 3, do not snooze. Now this is more of a mindset thing than anything else, but it's a small win sometimes that we get every single day that can add up to the bigger picture. So I can't remember who I heard it from, but it was a while ago. I think he was from a professional athlete, and he said that when his alarm rings, he has like, it's almost like a challenge with himself. He said that if I snooze, I've lost. Literally the first thing I do in the day, if I snooze the alarm, I've just lost. It's just a mental thing. By snoozing the alarm, you convince yourself that you want to stay in bed because it's comfortable, because you're feeling good, you're wrapped in your quilt, your head's down on the pillow, all right? We don't want comfort, we want to chase a bit of discomfort. And it's not even discomfort, because as soon as you're up and you're starting your routine, you are making those waves and you're ready to go. So this is purely a mindset thing. But again, imagine all the times that you've woken up, you've heard the alarm and you just press snooze and you go back to bed for 5 minutes. You press snooze again, you press snooze again. For every snooze you press, you're just making your mindset weaker. You don't want to make your mindset weaker, you want to be more resilient, you want to be stronger, you want to be ahead of the game. So, whilst other people are snoozing, you've looked forward to that alarm, you hear it, you wake up, you smile, you press off, you get out of bed straight away, you go and have your water and you begin your routine, okay? Mindset training, tip number 3, do not snooze. Okay. Tip number 4 is to have some stillness in the morning. Now, like I say, before we've even started our day, the most important thing is drawing that energy into ourselves. So we're up early, it's quiet, everyone else is sleeping, it's important to calm the mind. Meditation has been a practice of mine for probably the last 2 years now consistently. It just gives me a chance to kind of internally focus on me, get an understanding of how I'm feeling, and like I said at the start of the video, even if I'm not feeling that great, the likelihood is after I've started meditating or I've finished the practice, I feel amazing. I use the Calm app at the minute, okay, which they've got a 10-minute practice every single day. It's completely new. All you gotta do is log on, okay, and do your meditation. Now, this is the only time I will allow you to use technology for your meditation. I've still not looked at emails or messages. I've literally turned my phone off airplane mode and I've gone on to Calm straight away and I've done my meditation practice. Now, the reason why I'm outside is because if the weather's good, the likelihood is I'm going to sit on one of these chairs. Fresh air is very important. I'm going to look at the view, I'm going to look at London, and I'm going to meditate for 10 minutes, shutting my eyes, focusing on the day at hand and getting some internal work and energy in. One of the most underrated forms of just kind of life practice, meditation. It's so good. There's a bit of a taboo on it, and I don't know why. I think everyone thinks that in order for you to meditate, you have to do some weird shit. You don't. Just need to sit still, shut your eyes and breathe. Literally shut your eyes and breathe for 5 minutes. You're gonna feel amazing. That's all I'm asking you to do. So if that's all you do, you don't even need to listen to anything or just shut your eyes and breathe, then just do that. But meditation, practicing some stillness is gonna go so far. So tip number 4, practice stillness, part of your routine. Your mind will thank you for it so much. Okay guys, my final tip is to write. Now, one of the last things I do as part of my morning routine is I like to do a bit of journaling. That will include gratitude and simply just writing things down that I want to achieve, maybe for the day or the week or a project I'm working on or just what I want in life. The power of visualization, again, is very important. It's used by professional athletes. They always talk about visualizing things, what they want in life. Sometimes just writing things down, looking at those words, letting it manifest. You'll be so surprised as to how those thoughts internalize and they contribute towards your actions in what you do in your life. Again, it's not very hard, it's not really rocket science. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're just trying to create a morning routine, these small habits that lead up to the bigger picture. So even if you've got a notepad, after you meditate, after you practice any form of stillness, you just sit down, you write 3 things that you are grateful for the day, and then you write another 3 things that you want to achieve for the day or even the week ahead. Begin with that. That is all I want. The power of gratitude and the power of visualization is so important, again, to a healthy and driven and motivated and focused mindset. Okay guys, so that's it. Very short video, but there are some 5 easy tips on how to create the perfect morning routine and start your day off in the right way. As I said, win the morning, win the day. The mornings are sacred. We've always become night owls now. Technology, distractions. Do not be the person that gets distracted. be the person that is ahead of the game. By having a solid morning routine, you're just setting yourself up for success, you're getting yourself in the right frame of mind, and over the course of the days, the weeks, the months, and the years, you're just gonna be moving the needle a little bit further and getting to where you want to be. Bring that energy in, okay? Always focus on yourself and prioritize time for yourself. There's always time to socialize, have fun, okay? But sometimes you do have to just be a little bit selfish and make sure you are using your time wisely, okay? Time is the greatest commodity. We've all got 24 hours in the day, so make sure you're using those 24 hours wisely and make sure that you are bringing that energy in and serving yourself and making sure that you are kind of just, it's all about ultimately just working towards wherever you want to be. A lot of the time we make excuses as to why we aren't achieving our goals or why things aren't really happening for us. But again, we just forget the basics. We forget what we need to do to prioritize ourselves and to get our mindset in the right headspace. This kind of contributes to it in a little way. Again, we're not reinventing the wheel. It's just doing the small things very, very well and being the most consistent you can with it. Elevate your performance, elevate your life, have a morning routine. Let me know how you get on. Until the next video, please give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.